Hey, Matt.
Hello.
Scott.
Nice to meet
Business
you.
manager. May I join you?
Yes, sir.
Great. First of all, congratulations. Just want to
Thank
let you know I've got 3 responsibilities here. First, I got to complete all your legal paperwork. Second, assist in your funding needs. And third, get you on the road in that beautiful new car as quickly as possible. May I begin?
Yeah, sounds good.
Great. For titling purposes, is this how you want your name to appear on the title? Last name spelled Harris?
Correct.
And this is your current address, correctly? 153 Main Ave?
Yes.
And I see you are purchasing that showroom vehicle. It's the 2023 Honda Odyssey Elite, and it's Sonic Gray, and it's got 12 miles.
Yes.
Wonderful. And you are trading in a 2017 Honda CRV,
Yes, correct.
and we are paying off a Truist loan, and it has a balance of $21,900.
Yes, that sounds right.
And did you verify that, or your salesperson?
My salesperson did.
On that CRV, did you have any service or maintenance contracts that we would need to cancel or help you cancel?
I think I had some sort of service, like extended warranty on it.
So, did you purchase that here?
I did.
You
Yeah.
did? Great. I'll also look that up and help you to either cancel that or apply it towards your down payment, because that money is certainly due to you. Okay.
Awesome.
Great. And that was a good choice, by the way. As far as your insurance goes, are you still with Progressive?
Yes, still a Progressive.
Have you contacted them yet?
Yeah, I sent my agent a text just this morning. So.
And full coverage, everything,
Full
comp and
coverage.
collision?
Yes, correct.
Are you aware of your insurance deductibles? Do you know what they are?
Yeah, they're 500.
Great. Now let's go over your figures. This is what you agreed to,
Correct.
and your down payment of $3,000
Yes.
with an unpaid balance here.
Right.
And moving on. The next couple of questions, we're going to be talking about credit, specific stuff, and private information. Would you feel more comfortable staying out here or moving back into my office?
Out here's fine.
We're going to be going over your credit application first. Did you fill this out or your salesperson?
Yeah, I filled it out.
I see you work for a company called JM&A as a specialist.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
You've been there for 7 years,
Yes.
and you make $250,000 a year.
Yes. Correct.
Is that before or after taxes?
Before tax.
Is there any other additional income?
No, that's it.
Before we go over your credit report, is there a good, bad, or somewhere in the middle rating that you would give yourself?
Probably somewhere in the middle.
And what makes you say that?
Back like a year and a half ago, I know I got behind on some of the credit cards and whatnot. And I just don't keep up to date with it too often.
Okay, well, you see, I was in reviewing this too, because when your financial institution asks me about this, I'm going to have answers, okay? And what we have here is your credit report. You see, there's a couple of things that would come into question. Right here is a Toyota Motor Credit, and that must have been before the CRV that went a little behind. It looks like this was back in 2016, so it's behind. Before that, it's a long time ago. I understand it's about to fall off, but it looks like it was delinquent 4 times over 30 days. And then there was also a Fifth Third account here that was actually, it was charged off. That was in 2017. Since then, there's a couple of medical collections up here at the top, and you can see here is where your score is. But those negative ones right there, the Fifth Third and the Toyota, I've got to have a story to tell them. Do you remember what happened during those times?
Yeah. So I actually suffered an injury, so I wasn't working for JM&A anymore. I was actually out of work for a little over a year, so I just didn't have any income, and I was trying to make all my payments, just couldn't make all of them. Had to kind of pick and choose what I was going to pay for months. But I'm all caught up to date now.
Okay. Yeah, I see that the Toyota Motor was satisfied, and that's fine. And it looks like everything else is up to date. And it looks like the Fifth Third was closed out. Do you know if you'd be able to get any documentation if I need to provide it to them,
On
to
the
the
Fifth
bank?
Third? Yeah, I
Alright.
could get documentation
Great.
for that.
Well, I think I have enough information now to get started. Are you familiar with an iPad?
Yes.
Okay, great. Well, I'm going to give you this ownership survey to fill out. It's really going to help me expedite the process. And I'm going to go to the back and start preparing your legal paperwork, and I'll be back in about 10 or 15 minutes.
Sounds good.
Great. All right, Matt. I know you've been quoted a payment of $499 per month, and here's your APR. And I want you to know that you can certainly take delivery of this vehicle at that payment right now. But based on your responses, the ownership survey, and other people that have purchased a vehicle similar to yours, and third-party sites like Edmunds.com, that may not be the best option. May I begin?
Yes.
By choosing the driver's needs analysis, you'll get a vehicle service contract. Since you told me that you're going to be driving 12,000 miles a year, and you're going to keep the vehicle for 7 years,
Yes.
this is going to be a platinum vehicle service contract. What that means is, for 7 years, 100,000 miles, should a covered component fail, this is going to pay parts, labor, and taxes with no out-of-pocket expense. It's a zero deductible. Okay? The car care maintenance. I know you said you're going to come here for service,
Yeah.
and you also told me if it was cost-effective, you'd be coming here.
Right.
This is going to lock in your costs in today's dollars. Every 7,500 miles when you come in here, you get your synthetic oil change, you get your tire rotations. While your tires are off, we're going to clean and adjust your brakes so that way they last longer and they drive safer. We all know we want the vehicle to go, blow cold air, most importantly, we want them to stop.
Right.
Last, we have your total loss protection. This is gap insurance. Almost everyone's heard of gap insurance, but I like to break it down to real simple terms. You owe this much. Something happens where there's a total loss situation. It could be a fire, it could be a flood, it can be a tree branch falling on it, or it can be an accident. Insurance company, whether it's yours or the other person's, they're going to pay you this much, or they're going to try to pay you this much.
They're gonna try to pay
Exactly.
this much.
So you've left with a difference here. Who's
Right.
responsible for that?
I'm guessing me.
Right. So Gap may pay that balance, but you also told me you had a deductible of $500.
Correct.
So not only may Gap waive that difference, but they may waive your deductible as well.
Okay.
Fair enough?
Fair enough.
All right. Do you have any questions about the driver's needs analysis before I move on to the total coverage?
No, pretty straightforward.
Great. By choosing the total coverage plan, you get the same three options as the driver's needs analysis. You get the vehicle service contract, which is that platinum coverage with the zero deductible. You get the 7 years locked in car care maintenance. You get the gap insurance, which I hope you never have to use. But we also add the most popular item on the Honda Odyssey, which is your diamond ceramic. This is an interior and exterior protection on steroids. We have a chemically bonded formula that's patent pending. It's liquefied ceramic that is fortified with carbon molecules at its smallest form. Goes on the outside, it creates a permanent bond, increasing your gloss and luster, but warranting that paint from any natural occurring items for 7 years. Headlights, black rubber molding, etc. Inside, I saw the 4 kids in the lobby. I saw what they're doing to my walls. It's going to happen on the inside, whether you like it or not. We're going to cover the rips, stains, tears, and burns for that entire period. You also get the key replacement. You get 2 keys with these cars. You can only get 2 keys at one time on the new Odysseys. They cost about $500 a piece. Since on the ownership survey, you said you have had to repair or replace a key before. Key replacement's covered for 5 years. Gives you $800 in claims each year. And lastly, you get a road hazard tire and wheel. This is going to be a premium plan. Covers you for 6 years, unlimited miles. You told me you do mostly city driving on the survey, and I know that you answered the survey question that the roads that you live on are excellent, and you live off of Tryon in Charlotte. Let's be honest, I've driven that road before. I don't know where you live on Tryon, but I've been there. I would say they're moderate at best.
Yeah, they're not that great.
I don't think any place in Mecklenburg County is, but my wife, she drives around that area all the time. I don't think I've ever had to replace a set of tires because they've just gone bald from wear and tear. They usually catch a nail or something. But that's beside the point. The road hazard plan is going to replace a tire from a road hazard incident. You hit a nail, a screw, a pothole, any debris from an accident. You ever see an accident on the roads around here?
Yeah.
Yeah, plenty of them. The other part is the cosmetics of the rim. You know, those rims they're made of that black alloy now, and they show curves. My wife especially, she can't go through a drive-through without brushing up against one at least every other time. So that's a really good benefit of them, I think. Now, with the added value that you find in the total coverage plan, do you think it's more beneficial to go with the total coverage plan, or do you want to stick with just the driver's needs analysis?
I mean, honestly, I'm good just without it.
Okay, no problem. Do you want to just stick with your base payment then at the $490?
Yeah.
Okay. It is a beautiful car though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful that honestly.
Where are you gonna go with it first?
Man, to show my wife because it's for her. She
It's
loves
for
that
her.
Sonic gray color.
Can you drive it? Yeah. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, I'm just curious. Matt, what is it about the service contract exactly that concerns you?
I mean, to be honest, just the cost of it. I mean, it's I don't want to be adding on more of a monthly payment to what I'm already going to be paying.
You know, I completely understand. It is hard to justify the cost if you can't see the value. Would you mind if I asked you a couple of questions to see if I can't make it more cost effective?
Sure.
I realize you budgeted for a payment of $345 per month, and the payment with the service or for $499 a month, and the payment with the service contract is $535 per month. Correct?
Yes.
Now, let's say you had a breakdown, and the manufacturer's warranty had expired, and you had to make a sudden repair. And now that repair is, let's say, $1,000. Now, with this vehicle service contract and that zero deductible, your payment is $535 still, right?
Correct. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And with your base payment alone, your payment is $14.99, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which of those two payments would be easier for you to make?
I mean, definitely the 535.
I couldn't agree with you more. The only question I have is, would you like your payment to start in 30 days or 45 days?
45 days.
Great. Can you please do a tap signature here for me, and I'm going to complete the rest of your paperwork.
Sounds good.